Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Aqilah binti Muhammad Kamal and I am from DIA 3D. And my group members are NURUL NAJJAH and HANANIA. We would like to present our review on how effective is online classes to college students. Nowadays, many students in Malaysia faced the challenge by continuing their studies from face-to-face to online during this pandemic season. However, each student has their own problem in going through their online learning. So, with this situation, we would like to make a survey on them about their problem in details throughout the online learning in pandemic season.
From our survey, we use stratified random sampling method that we choose 30 students, 15 from male students and another 15 from female students. Next, I will explain to you how to calculate the stratified sample. First, define the population. Second, choose the relevant stratification. Third, list the population. Fourth, list the population according to the chosen stratification. Next, choose your sample size, then calculate a proportionate stratification, and lastly, use a simple random or systematic sample to select your sample. Next, the advantage and disadvantage of using stratified sample. The disadvantage of using stratified sample is needs a more elaborate about sampling frame and strata should be chosen carefully. For the advantage is it is easy to use and each group is proportionately represented.
Based on our survey, we have classified number of students from Malaysia. This graph above is showing type of problem that most student faces during online class. As you can see, the highest problem that 16 student faces is the noise that comes from their family member. And while the other two problem, which is the construction work around house area and family members disturbing during class, have the same amount of students, which is 7 students. Based on the pie chart, we can see that 70% of student Malaysia sometimes have a problem with their internet connection, and 20% does not even have a problem with their internet. Also, the other student, which is 10%, have a really major problem with internet connection. Based on the table and histogram above, it shown that preferred recess hour in a day that most students in Malaysia. The highest number of the student, which is 16 students, preferred recess hour in 15 minutes, while 7 students need 10 minutes, and other 7 students preferred 30 minutes. Based from the table and graph above, it's showing that average number of online classes in a day that most students in Malaysia need to attend. The highest number of students, which is 15 students, need to face from 6 to roughly 8 hours of classes, while next to it is 11 students have around 5 to 6 hours. 3 students have 3 to 5 hours classes, and 1 student have 1 to 3 hours of classes.
Based from the data given, the gap between classes for 30 students in Malaysia is 4 students have 30 minutes of gap between class, while 6 students have 50 minutes of gap, and 8 students have no gap at all. The most highest is 12 students who have around 60-hour gap between their classes. Skewness can be determined by mode, median, and mean. The mode is 70.65, the mean is 20.5, and the median is 90.5. Since data is given and shown that the mode is smaller than the median is smaller than mean, this has proven that the skewiness is positively skewed. Based on our survey and graph above, we can conclude that 30 students in Malaysia faces many types of problems during their online classes session. Some of them even need to face the problem internet connection problem. Based from the data collection, 16 students out of 30 students in Malaysia are facing problems when online classes, which is much from their family member. Next, the majority out of 30 students in Malaysia are having internet connection problems sometimes. They cannot predict when their internet connection is okay or not. From our survey, we got to identify that most of students spend around 6 to 8 hours per day when they are online classes. After those 8 hours of classes, most students prefer to rest because of lack of energy from 8 hours of classes. Moreover, the highest preferred recess hour in a day that most of students in Malaysia is 15 minutes. Lastly, the highest gap between classes among students in Malaysia is 1 hour for each subject. Based on our survey, we believe that all these problems could be solved if students know the way. Our first suggestion is the student who is having problem from family members should find another suitable place when they are having online classes. This can make sure and confirm that they will be more focused in online class. They can go to a library or find another room to stay in there. Secondly, the next problem is commonly known between students, which is internet connection problem. Students should buy their own internet just for online classes to avoid the problems such as in slow connection during online class because of sharing their connection with the family.